How's it going, guys? It's Red, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys a super powerful high fire rate Belgian build that you guys can be using right now in Back 4 Blood. But before we get into that, if you're new here to the channel, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire need of teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright, so here we are in the deck building menu in Back 4 Blood. This is going to be the complete deck list, so if you guys are just looking to copy and paste the deck, now is your time to do so. But for the remainder of this video, I'm just going to be talking about why every card is where it is, and just what role every card plays in the deck, and just everything like that. Now, the objective of this deck is simple. We are simply just trying to use and abuse the Belgian as much as humanly possible, and how we're going to be doing that is giving it a lot of reload speed and a lot of accuracy. So it's basically just going to be shooting slugs, and we can rapid fire them out due to how much reload speed we're going to be giving it. Now, in the number one spot, we have On Your Mark, which says when a horde is triggered, your team restores 15% ammo and gains 10% move speed while firing, 25% reload speed, and 25% swap speed for 30 seconds. Now, the most important part of why you want to play this card is the fact that it stacks when you have teammates that are also using this card. So if you have two people that use this, you're going to be getting 50% reload speed, 50% swap speed, all this other stuff, and it's going to stack all the way up to 4 players. Now, the reason that this is the starter card is because, I mean, there's a lot of ways to trigger hordes in Back 4 Blood, and I mean, the Belgian is a gun that is going to actively always need reload speed. Number 2 is going to be Mag Coupler, which gives us plus 50% reload speed, but disables our ADS. Now, that isn't really much of a problem because the Belgian doesn't really, try to ADS. It's really just a hip fire only kind of gun, and I mean, the thing the Belgian needs more than anything is reload speed. So this downside isn't really that much of a downside, and we just get an overwhelmingly good upside. Now, at number 3, we have Ammo Stash, which says our secondary weapons have unlimited ammo, but our secondary weapons reload 20% slower. Now, I prefer to use Ammo Stash because I don't want to take any chances. I just want my Belgian to have unlimited ammo, but I mean, if you want to, play a little bit riskier, you can play Ammo Belt, which is going to give you extra reload speed. That's the main thing that makes this card attractive, and I mean, it gives you 50% ammo capacity, and I mean, there's a chance you're not going to run through all your ammo, but for me personally, I, just like having unlimited ammo for the Belgian. I think it just makes the build so much more fun. But I mean, at the end of the day, this card is always an option, and feel free to try it if you want to. Now, number 4 is going to be Scattergun Skills, which gives us plus 40% reload speed with shotguns. Now, like I said earlier, the Belgian needs reload speed more than absolutely anything. That's why we are stacking so many reload speed effects on top of one another, just because of how badly the Belgian needs all this reload speed. And this is also the main way that we are going to be able to just rapid fire them all out, because that is entirely dependent on our reload speed. Number 5 is going to be Shooting Gloves, which gives us plus 25% weapon swap speed, 15% recoil control, and 15% accuracy. Now, the main two things that make this card really good are the recoil control and the accuracy. Now, the Belgian on its own, like the base version of the Belgian, is a very, very inaccurate gun, and it really needs just as much help as humanly possible to make it, so it can shoot a little more accurately and just do a little bit more damage on command. And Shooting Gloves is really going to help with that by helping us with our accuracy, so it's going to tighten down the bullet spread, and it's just going to help the recoil on the gun as well. Now, number 6 is going to be Amped Up, which says when a horde is triggered, our team is going to gain 25 temporary health. Now, this card's in here because it is basically one of, if not the most broken cards in like the entire game right now, because this card, much like On Your Mark, also just stacks up. So if you have 4 people doing this, every time you trigger a horde, you're going to gain 100 temp health. And just the fact that there are so many ways to trigger hordes in this game, I mean, just makes this card absolutely busted. Now, if you don't know how temporary health works and why it's really busted, temporary health is going to go over your trauma damage, and if you have temporary health, you are not going to take trauma damage. And I mean, the reason why this card is so broken is because there's so many ways to just trigger hordes that get so much, temporary health. I mean, it's just absolutely busted. Number 7, we have Quick Kill, which gives us plus 50% accuracy, but it disables our aim down sights. But we already have a card that does that, so it's not really that big of a deal. Now, the reason we play this card is because if you don't know how just accuracy works in this game, whenever your accuracy gets improved, it's basically just going to tighten the bullet spread of your gun, making your guns just shoot straight straighter. And I mean, that's exactly what you want, because the Belgian, every single time you shoot 16 little pellets. And I mean, the more we can compress them down and just make all of them hit one target, the better. Now, number 8 is going to be large caliber rounds, which gives us plus 7.5 bullet damage and plus 200% bullet penetration. Now, the reason that this card's in the deck is because, like, the base Belgian doesn't have very good bullet penetration, and I mean, it makes shooting common like shooting a brick wall. You know, like, even if we can rapid fire them all out, I mean, not hitting more than one with each shot is really, really bad. So getting all this extra bullet penetration is exactly where we want to be. Now, number 9 is going to be line them up, which gives us plus 10% effective bullet range, 15% recoil control, 25% bullet penetration, and 25% aim speed. Now, the aim speed doesn't really matter because, I mean, we have 2 cards that say we can't ADS, but every other effect that line them up gives you is just really, really good for the Belgian. It makes us shoot farther, it, you know, makes our recoil control better, and it gives us more bullet penetration, which I was just talking about with large caliber rounds, which is just going to make the Belgian just even better. Now, at number 10, we have Killer Instinct, which gives us plus 30% weak spot damage, but it disables our aim downsights. We already have 2 other cards that do that, so I mean, that's obviously not that big of a deal at this point. And this card is just going to make it so if we tap any specials like in their weak spot, we are for sure going to 1-tap them. And I mean, if we don't 1-tap them, we're obviously going to 2-tap them, but this is just going to make us super, super strong for just no reason. Now, number 11 is going to be Wide Mouth Magwell, which gives us plus 30% reload speed and minus 5% damage resistance as the downside. Now, this card's here just to cap off just the buffet of reload speed cards that we had in the beginning, but, you know, this is just to cap it all off, just to make it, you know, for the later mission so we can just rapid fire even quicker. Now, number 12 is going to be Buckshot Bruiser, which is when using shotguns, we gain 0.25 temp health for each pellet that hits. Now, the reason that this card is so low in the deck is because I honestly think Amped Up is just that broken that it can just, you know, kind of solo heal each deck that it's in. But I mean, if you think that Amped Up isn't that good and you want to put Buckshot Bruiser, you know, maybe instead of one of these damage cards, you know, feel free and go for it. But this card can honestly really just gain you a lot of life, because especially when you get a lot of the accuracy cards up, because the Belgian shoots 16 pellets. And I mean, if you hit each pellet, I mean, that's just going to give you a lot of temp health every single shot. Now, number 13 is going to be Optics Enthusiast, which gives us plus 30% accuracy. It's just going to make the bullet spread tighter. It's just going to make everything easier to hit. And I mean, it's just going to make cards like Buckshot Bruiser even better. It's going to make cards like Large Caliber Rounds even better. It's just going to make a lot of cards that much better. Number 14 is going to be Reckless Strategy, which gives us plus 30% weak spot damage and minus 5% damage resistance as the downside. Now, the reason this card's down here is because it's just a worse Killer Instinct, because this one has a downside and this one doesn't. But I mean, this is just further going to add on to, you know, us 1-tapping everything in sight, except for stuff like Hags and Breakers, stuff like that. And number 15 is going to be Motorcycle Helmet, which gives us plus 15% damage resistance and plus 10 health, but it's going to disable our aim downside. I think that's like the 4th card that does that, so it's clearly not that big of a deal. And this is just for, you know, like finale situations, because I mean, even though we have like all the cool reload speed and, you know, flashy this for, you know, like the Belgian, at the end of the day, we're still using a Belgian, you know what I mean? Like, it's still not the most optimal thing to be using, and there's plenty of situations where we can get caught in an unfavorable position and take quite the beating, and this card's just going to make it so, you know, we don't, hopefully just don't like die. Well, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Make sure to leave a comment down below telling me any deck changes that you guys would make, and as always, if you happen to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire need of teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And until next time, it's been Red, and I'll see you guys in the next video.